What's up, everybody? Rob here, back with another episode of Wasting Wildcards here on Malta 5. And I got a pretty exciting deck here. The most exciting reason is that I didn't have to waste any wildcards. I already had all the cards, so that's a win. But what we're playing today is a mono green food deck that I saw Saffron Olive post on Twitter, and he said that he was like 12-1 or something crazy, like had a huge win streak, and it actually is a deck that's more like a mid-range deck versus a stompy deck. And if you know me, I love all things mono green. So naturally, I was like, heck yeah, I want to play this deck. And heck yeah, I have all the cards for it already, so that's awesome. So it is kind of like a green, stompy, mid-range deck that heavily uses food. So we're running things like Gilded Goose, Witch's Oven, what else? Trail of Crumbs, our main like value engine. We've got Wicked Wolf as like a removal fight spell that will take advantage of the food. We're even running a Gingerbread Cabin and a Feasting Troll King kind of towards the top end. This is a great deck for the Great Henge because we've got a lot of 4/4s and 5/5s even. So it's an easy way to get the Great Henge online. And the Great Henge is one of the best engines in Standard right now ever since they banned all the really broken stuff. So Great Henge, once again, time to shine, which I love the Great Henge, so I'm very excited about that. But yeah, other than that, it's a very, if you look at it, you see what the deck is trying to do. You're trying to curve out, get value with things like Trail of Crumbs, the ability to bring Feasting Troll King back from the graveyard really fast. Witch's Oven is a way to kind of neuter your opponent's removal spells so they don't get a full value out of it. We at least get a food, which we can then use to bring a Troll King back to get value with Trail of Crumbs or create mana with Gilded Goose. So it may seem kind of weird because we're not playing any sacrifice stuff, but it's still, people are going to try to kill our creatures, and if we can kill it first and get a food, we're going to do that. Other than that, let's see. Any other thing weird? No, it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, sideboard, very straightforward. You've got the Chainweb Arachneers for the Rogues matchup and any other flyer stuff. It's just a very good recurring thing to come in and ping and kill stuff. Got more Ram Throughs, try to kill some opposing creatures. A Scavenging Ooze if there's a lot of graveyard stuff going on. A Wilt for the problematic enchantments that have been popping up. There's been a lot of green-white enchantment decks that are popping up, so just having more ways to kill stuff. Speaking of which, we got another Gem Raiser, so we can really go pretty heavy on the artifact removal. Not a huge problem there. The Occam Adversary, which is a very popular anti-stompy card. I usually hate to see it, but I like to see it when I'm playing it because it is very annoying for the stompy decks because it kills their stuff, it comes out cheap, and it can draw you cards. So it's actually a really good card against stompy. If anybody is playing green and not playing this in their sideboard, you should probably check it out. We've got Stonecoil Serpents, again, really good against the multicolored decks. Some decks just really can't deal with it. It's also good against flyers because it has reach and people forget about that. And then we've got down here, you can't really see it, a Primal Might, just more removal. Really good against creature decks, especially little ones, because you can hit something and then you can just bash in for a lot of damage. So everybody knows why Primal Might is good. And that is this mono green food mid-range stompy deck. Again, I don't know where on the spectrum to categorize it. I think it's most likely more towards a mid-range deck. But let's play some games and we'll see where it ends up after the games. Yes, let's go. All right, friends, here we are with game number 1, and unfortunately, it's a pretty slow hand. I think we're probably going to get ran over. We are on the draw, so we could risk drawing into like a Gilded Goose or something, but to be safe, we should probably mulligan this. And this is much safer. We've got all the lands we would need. We've got turn 1 ramp, so hopefully we can go like Gilded Goose into Mammoth, which would be nice. And we've got a couple Troll Kings up top, so we're going to keep this. I'm going to put one of the Troll Kings on the bottom because I don't want 2 of my most expensive spells in my opening hand. Trail of Crumbs is nice, so on turn 2, we could also do Trail of Crumbs, and that way when we start casting spells, we can start digging as well. All right, yeah, so we're definitely going to go Trail of Crumbs, as our Goose was not long for this world. Yep. So it would be nice to, Goose next turn, get some stuff going on, but... All right, so we're up against, was that Temur? Maybe just a Temur Adventures deck is still kind of popping off here. I'm going to play the Mammoth just so I can have a blocker if I need it. I'm going to let the Bone Crusher get in now. Another good thing about food is that if we need to gain life later in the game, we have a lot of ways to do it. All right, so I guess we'll play our Goose. Let's play Turn Timber Symbiosis. Tapped. I guess I played it untapped. I could have sacrificed a food. So probably should have played that untapped. But let's get in for 5 here. Always kind of forget that Trail of Crumbs needs that little bit of mana to get it really going. If our opponent doesn't have a removal spell, I expected if they're blocking here, they probably had another Bone Crusher Giant to kill the Mammoth with, but... Huh, all right. Interesting block of my opponents. Just trying to keep their life total up, I guess. Not too much information on what they're playing here, other than that it is a Temur deck. And they're digging for something here. All right, so not going to gain any life here just because we're not going to be able to get any Trail of Crumbs value. Let's see. I could Gem Razor onto my Gilded Goose and get aggro. Maybe that's what I want to do here. Let's go over. Yeah, I think I just want to just get aggressive here. Missing land drops, but next turn if I draw land, I could Lotus Cobra and do some other fun stuff. Okay, so... I think I just want to keep beating down. My opponent is not doing anything, so I'll play Lotus Cobra and I'll pass the turn. Okay, Janice's Ultimatum is pretty good. Very slow. I'm sure my opponent wants to do a lot more. So they're probably doing the Terror of the Peaks, try to kill me in one go type of thing. Well, they got a 10-10 out of it, but I'm not dead. In fact, I am very much alive. My Gem Razor cannot be blocked. All right. So let's see what we can do here. Vivian, I can just create stuff, search for stuff. Well, we could also just Feasting Troll King and make a big boy. Or attack with everybody and win, probably. Yeah, let's see here. So I attack with everybody. I'm trying to think of what they could have for 1 red. Spikefield Hazard, I guess. But they did not have it, and we got there. Okay, so our opponent is playing Temur Ultimatum post-ban. So let's think of what we want to do here. We definitely want to kill any ramp they can have. So opposing Lotus Cobras, we're going to try to snipe those. They're playing Adventure Creatures. So Primal Might is probably okay. Ram Through is also good. I'm trying to... Gem Razor doesn't have too many hits in the deck. Does feel good. We also have Wicked Wolves already. Our deck is actually potentially very well lined up against this. What do these decks run now that they don't have half of their good cards? Just a lot of Adventure Creatures and some Lotus Cobras, I assume. Maybe just bring in some Primal Mites, go down the Gem Razors. Just try this. I guess if they play anything else other than 1 Bone Crusher Giant, we'll get to see what they're playing. I'm trying to think. This isn't bad. We'll keep this. If we drew into a Goose or something, that'd be excellent. Witch's Oven's okay. At least we have to do something with our mana. And then we can start creating food. So here I'm just going to play Scavenging Goose so I can start getting some damage in. They try to kill it, I can make a food out of it. Okay, so they're ramping. Man, this card is so much less scary without I almost said Lucky Charms. Was it Lucky Charm? No. Wow. You forget stuff fast when it gets banned. What is it? Lucky Clover? Lucky Clover? Lucky Clover? I need to look that up. Lucky Clover. Is it Lucky Clover? What is it? Okay, it was Lucky Clover. Man, the things you forget. The things you forget. All right, so Harbinger can get killed by stuff, but the value train is probably nice. But this could hit for 5 next turn. Let's go. Let's go Mammoth. Getting for 2 past the turn. So Genesis Ultimatum, it's a little far away. Having this basic plains here will slow him down. Okay, Felidar Retreat. Gem Razor would be nice. Good to know. Okay, so they're on a Felidar Retreat plan. It's good to know. I'm not too afraid of 2/2s, luckily. We can do a little Primal Might for 0 here. Get rid of that blocker. Get another creature on board and start getting in. So what do these do here? Choose one. Put a counter on stuff or make a creature. Okay. We're 1 mana away from getting our Garenbrig online. Okay. So we'll get a food out of that. All right, so we're gonna get a big mammoth here. So I could eat stuff to attack through here and then like play a Trail of Crumbs. Or I could just try to get a big giant 7/6 trampler on the battlefield. Let's start by attacking with the mammoth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're 1 away from having a 7/7 of their own. But we're gonna get our Troll King out here. Yeah. Next turn, we can Trail of Crumbs. We can eat some stuff. I'm hoping they use all of their mana to play a Beanstalk Giant. Fable Passage is nice for them. Getting multiple triggers off of their Felidar Retreat is going to be real good. Regretting taking the Gem Razors out, but now we know. Now we know. It's a 4-color Ultimatum nonsense deck, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. So they're thinking. They're hovering. We'll have actually a very comparable battlefield if they were to do that. Okay. Just more triggers. So they're going to pump their team this time, perhaps? Or make a token, then pump the team? Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Well, that's pretty nice. Unfortunately, I can't Trail of Crumbs and Wicked Wolf. What's more important here? I think it is Wicked Wolf, probably. So we will fight, and then we will activate. And then we will bash in. I think just with the Troll King. Because that way, if the Troll King died there, we would be able to just bring it back. Ugin is scary. Okay. Well, at least to get rid of everything here, they will have to get rid of their own Felidar Retreat. 6 or less. Okay, so don't want this to get exiled, so we are going to do that. And yeah, I guess we'll let that happen. And we'll go 1, 2, 3. Submit 3. I think double Troll King might just be really hard for my opponent to deal with here. We also have enough mana, and by mana, I mean we have enough food to bring them both back here. The +1's not going to do much against the Troll Kings. 2/7/6 Vigilant Trample's pretty good. I've been waiting for a Troll King to have a home, and I'm very happy that somebody found it. I remember messing around with like mono green Devotion builds earlier in Standard, and they were fun, but they were never quite what you wanted them to be. There was the like Turbo Troll King decks that were floating around like early on in the Eldraine Standard before people were like, oh wait, Oko is just 100 times the best thing you should be doing right now. So cool, so let's go do that. We'll get our Trail of Crumbs online. I think we just go for the win here. They could bounce one of them. Or not. All right, that was pretty nice. I gotta say, that was pretty nice. Yeah, that never even felt difficult. Game 1, our opponent didn't do anything, and they whiffed on their ultimatum, so that was not like a kind of a non-game. But, you know, playing through Ugin, the Witch's Oven was actually super clutch. Being able to get your Troll King into the graveyard instead of exiled was awesome because I just brought it right back. Troll King continues to be a beast of a card, and yeah, I'm just impressed. Let's play another game. All right, so here we are in game number 2, up against the Luris deck. So that could be rogues, that could be a couple other things, but this is a very nice hand. We've got a Goose, Oven, Trail of Crumbs, and a Mammoth, and 3 lands. So this is pretty nice. If we start drawing into some more stuff. Okay, so it's a Ruincrad deck. It could be that kind of rogues control millie type thing. Cool, cool, cool. Just mill me out. That's fine. Hopefully I can kill you fast enough. Good thing about a deck like this is that you're not drawing a ton of cards yourself, so you're not really helping your opponent. All right, so let's get our Mammoth online, just so we can start beating down as quickly as possible. If they kill the Mammoth, that'll be a bummer because then we won't be able to Wicked Wolf and kill the crab, but at least we have the Wicked Wolf, which is nice. Okay. Harbinger is also just really nice here. I think I want that, because they're not going to have many ways to deal with that card. What are we at? They've milled us 10. Yep, and the Thieves Guild's got Death Touch. Ruincrab does work. Okay. I haven't seen this Luris Rogues build kind of in action, but I know it's kind of the big hotness right now. All right, so let's go Gilded Goose, Trail of Crumbs. Let's attack with Garrick's Harbinger. I don't want to burn through a food yet. Just so next turn if I draw land, I can cast a Troll King, which would be a pretty good game. Yep, keep milling me, that's fine. No blocks. This does what? 2, 2, 2, 2. They got no hits for Luris. Okay, so we can at least Wicked Wolf here. I guess Soaring Sky Thief is annoying because it can also kill us. So let's start there. decline. Good thing here is that I can fight and I won't have to make him invincible. So I can maintain my food stock. And let's get in with Harbinger. We're at 27 cards still. They're blocking with a crab, which means they're scared, which is great for us. All right. So they do have a Death Toucher. May want to start throwing away some creatures to it. Death Dwellers. All right. Got some game going on over here. Luckily, they're not hitting their land drops, though. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so that's also pretty sweet. So I think we just killed the soaring Sky Thief once again. And we'll attack here. Gladly trade something away. Our opponent is... They're struggling. Again, they can play Lures here. Another Call of Death Dwellers. Come on now. That's not fun. There goes all my land. And another Rune Crab. It's like we can never get away. All right, so... Forest. Witch's Oven. Let's attack here. Okay. All right, so I think I just pass here. I'll be able to block. If I can get an activation off of this, that would be pretty nice. So I could just hit another land. Yep. I'll take 2. All right, let's create a food token. Yeah, let's pass turn. Okay, so we got a Gem Razor. That would make us have a big enough blocker to just block the Sky Thief. Still don't have the mana we need for the Gilded Goose. Let's attack with the Wicked Wolf. Sacrifice that. I'll pay 1. Yeah, I guess Great Henge is the best option out of those. It's a little pricey, but... Okay, so they're burning through removal here. So we got a couple options. I would still like to mutate onto... I'm going to sacrifice a goose. Activate this again. So this is also... so if I can get a land off of this, it will be worth it. We need to get a land. Oh, come on. That sucked. All right, well, we got a 5/5 Wicked Wolf. Man, we are just whiffing on the lands. That blows. Scavenge Use isn't bad, though. I mean, worst case, we can start eating stuff out of graveyards. It'll make their Lurrus worse. Pad our life total a little bit. They still don't have the mana to bring it into their hand and cast it. Okay, or you can just steal my Wicked Wolf. That works too, I guess. Nope. Going down still, going down. It'd be so nice to have lands. It would be so nice to have lands. All right. I think, honestly, I should probably just start eating my opponent's graveyard. I want their Lurrus to be very bad. And I don't want them to bring back any more things that mill me. Let's see here. So let's keep Scavenging Ooze big enough here to block the Wicked Wolf. All right. That's a good one, but we're still making their Lurrus worse. This is a close one. We're getting milled pretty hard here. We can bring a Troll King back if we just get one more food. So I think we're just going to have to block here, keep our life total high. All right. There's a land. That's nice. So we got a land. Let's go Trail of Crumbs. Bring this Troll King back. 1, 2, 3. Hey-oh. Let's pay for 1. Get a land. Done. So we'll have 7. So we can activate Great Henge here, or we can play Great Henge. So I'm going to decline for the rest of the activations. Just because getting Great Henge online here is going to be pretty important in us staying alive. So we're going to ram through on the Soaring Sky Thief. And we're going to pass the turn. So we're going to have to win fast. Very fast. Luckily, he's Vigilance and Trample, which is super nice. All right, so we'll play our land. We will play another Troll King. Great Henge is going to become a big liability here. Oof. Yeah, this is going to be scary. So let's attack. And so we'll just play this. Ooh, baby, this is close. They're digging, which is good. Ooh, so they're going to mill me 2 here. Then I draw like a couple cards in my hand. Playing any creatures is just going to really hurt. But they need blockers too. Woo! Okay, we got there. So Ram Through seems good. Or Primal Might, Stonecoil Serpent actually will block a lot of stuff. The Arachneer is nice. Ooze is good. Gem Razor doesn't have any hits. Is Vivian... I don't think we need Vivian. We don't need that kind of mid-range. Troll King is awesome. But it's a mill deck, so I mean... Do we want to keep a couple extra cards in hand? Like a Primal Might. So let's see here. We've got 22, 24, 26 lands in the deck, plus some Gilded Goose. Let's do this weird 63 card thing. It's probably real dumb. But, you know, if we can fight our way through a mill deck. That was close. That was a real close. That was down to the wire. Missing all those land drops really hurt us. I like this. Land drops, Trail of Crumbs, a Chainweb Arachneer. So that can ping an early rogue. I think we want to keep this. I'm not going to play the Chainweb yet. Ooh, I love it. Want to hit my land drops so bad. And I think we can hit our land drops. That's going to put us in a pretty good spot. Oh, yeah, play those temples. Do nothing. I love it. Just got a Trail of Crumbs out here. They don't even have a rogue. Nice. they just going to play get Lurrus in their hand now? That'd be great for us. I don't even think I've ever seen this card before. Okay. I didn't even know this card existed. Okay, I mean, no Wicked Wolves. That's kind of a bummer, but what are you going to do? Yeah. At least we got a 2/2 to attack with. Necromentia. I didn't even know that was a card. Let's sacrifice this. Do a little digging here. Yes, I want the Harbinger. Garruk's Harbinger is very good in this matchup. Let's play the Oven first. We'll attack. So, Drown in the Lock, it's safe from, but any other counter magic, it is not. So, we got there. All right. Gonna flash somebody in? No, okay. Our opponent is very slow here. Nothing like a turn 5 Ruin Crab to scare the opponent. Go for it. Go for it. We've got Primal Mites in hand to do some damage. We can ping these things off. Graveyard. Only one of our oozes is gone, which is a bummer. Feeling pretty okay with how this is going. All right. So let's go Forest. Let's go Fight. Still have enough mana to play the Mammoth after. That's why I did that. And if it succeeds, then I can get more damage in. Okay. Drown in the Lock. That's fine. We got a Drown in the Lock out of the hand, so that's successful. Yeah, they totally could have countered our Mammoth or something else later, so Heartless Act on there. Okay. It's fine. No blocks. Love to see it. You love to see it. You don't love to see that. You don't love whiffing on a Garruk's Harbinger. We're 1 mana away from a Feasting Troll King. And if they play any cheap things, we can try to ping it with the Arachneer. All right, so our opponent just drew nothing. So once again, we're the victor. So let's play one more game. We'll do the full 3 games. We'll see how it does. And so far, I'm impressed. I love mono green decks, and I like this mid-rangey, grindy food way of doing it. So big fan, Saffron Olive. Thank you for sharing. Let's play game 3. All right, game number 3, and we are on the play. And that's a pretty good hand. It's kind of slow, but the top end is very much worth it. And if we just draw kind of anything, we're in a pretty good spot. Like a Lotus Cobra or something would be pretty nice. Fervent Champion, okay. At least we're safe from the ping here. O2s are good for something. And that's blocking 1/1s. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I don't know why they're thinking so long. There's 2 options. You don't attack or you attack. I bet this deck is very good against mono red. Just the amount of food I can sacrifice is pretty nice. Okay, I like this. Curving up. Let's go. I'm going to sacrifice a food here, which may seem stupid. But with Witch's Oven, if they try to kill my Gilded Goose, I can just turn it into a food. Feasting Troll King is real nice in a world where there's mill decks running around. And there we go. We'll make a food out of our bird. If somehow we got to discard a Feasting Troll King, we'd be in a pretty good spot. And hey, look at that. Another good thing, their adventure creatures go to the graveyard. All right. Feeling pretty good about this matchup. Main deck life gain galore. Mono red decks that don't do that much damage with their burn spells. That's pretty clever. I haven't seen that before. So now when this dies, it does 3 damage. Cool, cool, cool. No blocks. I'll take it. Another land. Love to see it. I'll eat my goose. Gain a life. Let's activate this ability. Gain some life, draw some cards. Sure, not what I wanted, but I'll take it. Attack for 4. So now we're out of range of a lot of burn spells. So it's going to really come down to if I can kind of offset the damage of their spells before I can lay down something big, and it seems like I might be able to, although that's a lot of damage. That's what, 6, 9 damage, I think, if my very fast and loose math is correct. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Whew, that Great Henge is real close to coming online. Real close. Okay, that is a lot of damage. But if I draw a land here, that's not a land. That's not a land. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna ram through. Eat that. I feel like I should hold it back to block, unfortunately. Just if they got an Ember Cleave. You always gotta fear the cleave. Alrighty, this doesn't have trample, which is nice. Block like this. Okay, so they got a cleave. Let's see where it's gonna hit, and then we'll do some math. Okay, so it's gonna hit me for 8 damage, and then 10 damage. Is that right? Yeah. All right, so just double check. Don't want to be dumb. I will survive. Let's sacrifice the goose. Living a little bit on the edge here. A little bit on the edge. I don't think I can survive. Let's go. What can I do here? I can eat 2 things. Gain 2 life. Or I can sacrifice a food. Gain 3 life. Either way, I'm pretty dead. Okay. Once again, not hitting my land drops in a deck with a lot of lands. Sure, coming. Wait a second. Oh, that gives me life. There's hope. There is hope. I forgot about that. I'm so dumb. Great Henge gains life. Whew. This is a stupid one. That's annoying. All right, well, gonna have to block this thing. My Scoos is not long for this world. And they'll be able to equip the Ember Cleave for free to the Fervent Champion if they want to. Oh, wait, I'm dumb. No, I'm just totally dead. Yep, That'll do it. Okay, well, I'm dumb, but now we know what we're up against. Mono red. Scavenging Ooze, good. Primal Might's pretty good. Just get some of that stuff out of here. Honestly, we're pretty okay against mono red. We just did not draw the stuff we wanted to draw. I don't know if I want to go hard on like the Gem Razors. We don't need a Vivian. It's not exactly the matchup for that. Troll King and Great Henge are awesome. Lotus Cobra gets us there quicker. Witch's Oven's pretty good. Honestly, I don't like maybe a Primal Might. Just like a quick way to snap something off and take out like one Harbinger maybe because the hexproof doesn't help. But yeah, honestly, I think just kind of not hitting our land drops was really the killer there. Because if we could have got our Great Henge down faster, our Troll King down faster, we would have been completely fine. We got a cheap, quick Scavenging Ooze, so not bad. We'll also have Trail of Crumbs here to get us some food. Fireblade Charger with equipment is a pretty nice little combo. I'm going to play Trail of Crumbs here just because I want to be able to potentially protect my Scavenging Ooze if I play it. Got the Gingerbread cabin here too. Playing the Trail of Crumbs just so next turn I can sack a food and gain some life and try to dig for some important pieces here. All right, so they're playing equipment stuff. Gem Razor would be nice to just kind of naturally draw into. Just going to dig here. Turn off a little bit of the damage that's been done. Great. Well, the Goose, if it lives, will get us somewhere a little quicker. Like next turn, we could play the Goose and the Scavenging Ooze. That way they have two things they really want to kill, and if they don't kill either of them, that's going to be really good for us. Anax is powerful, but right now, it's not the scariest thing. Great Henge is pretty nice. We can do this too, right? 3, yeah. Make a food. Get a Goose online. Play Scavenging Ooze. Pass the turn. So if things survive here, we can get our Troll King out next turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Ooze is definitely, yeah, the thing they're going to want to kill the most. Okay. Guess we'll just block 1 point of damage. And sweet. Let's get the Big Daddy online. Sacrifice 1 food. Can't pay for that, but we've got a big blocker. And once we get our Great Henge online, we're going to be in a very good spot. Even now, like they could Embercleave on the Anax. I could bring back my Troll King with food. I think that's probably what they're going to do. Okay, not Embercleave. They'll probably just kill me with a Bone Crusher Giant. I assume? Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Alrighty, so this is a heck of a turn. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 organic mana. But let's do this. Let's go Feasting Troll King. 1, 2, 3. Lots of triggers. I have 7. I need to... I'm thinking. I'll pay for 1. Let's get another forest. Decline, decline. We'll bring the Great Henge out. And we will play another Feasting Troll King. All right, so now we got some lands. We can dig all we want, and we've got a very, very large battlefield. So they're going to have to start attacking, throwing stuff away. Okay. They have a very wide board. Interesting. Scavenging Ooze, incredible. Okay, yeah, they saw it. I could just eat their whole graveyard, gain a bunch of life, and beat down for a ton. So that worked out great. Do I want to change anything? I don't think. I think we're pretty good. Let's run it back. Just being able to just gain life naturally in a deck is kind of all you ever really want to do against mono red, especially if you can gain life and get a pretty good board of blockers out. That's really what you want to do. Yeah. So this deck really wants to turn 1 Goose, turn 2, I don't know, just get your Trail of Crumbs online. I mean, if you go Goose, Snake, next turn play a land, you could make 6. That's a bad hand, unfortunately. That's not gonna do what we want to do. Also not great, but I think we keep it. At least we can make a food out of the ooze that inevitably gets killed. Wicked Wolf is nice if we draw into our lands. It's kind of wild how few lands I've been drawing, considering I'm running, what, 26 we counted? 26 lands is quite a bit. My opponent mulled to 6-2, so it's good. We're not at the card advantage, or card disadvantage. And we got the Goose. All right, I like it. I hope it lives, but I don't think it's going to. It does not live. All right, so now we really just want to start just drawing into lands. I'll play Scavenging Ooze because they'll probably just kill it. But again, it's a little bit more damage out of their hands. They have to use whatever little cards they have in their hand. Great Henge is a sweet card, but not when you don't have mana or power. If these like trade and I draw a land, that'd be pretty nice. Okay. They could have just attacked and tried to block first, which is probably what I would have done. Land. Woo! All right, let's go ooze and eat a goose. All right, I like this. I like this is going. They got 2 cards in hand, so still got to be weary of something killing my ooze here. But if we draw land, that'd be awesome, because then we could just Wicked Wolf. All right. That's not what I wanted to do, but we can gain a little bit more life here. No attacks, end turn. Really need to draw land. That's scary. Okay, that's a lot of damage coming in. So that's 6. So do I want to trade here? So if I don't block, I'm taking 12. 12 is probably too much. If I block here, it's still going to die. If I block here, it's going to die, but this blocks the most damage. So we need a land for Wicked Wolf really bad. Wicked Wolf could save us. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. That was... Whew. That was just the best. Nice. And we've got another Wicked Wolf to back it up. If we draw land, we could Great Henge. Things turned around just in time. Some other things that are scary are Ember Cleaves, enchantments on the Fireblade Chargers. If they try to kill this right now, that'd be fine with me. I could Witch's Oven, get a food for my other wolf. Embercleave, Rimrock Knight, okay. Again, we're taking damage here, but at least we kind of know what's in our opponent's hand. And a land. All right. So, do we kill stuff and then Great Henge next turn? I think that's safer. So let's see. If I kill a charger, it can only ping me. It can't kill any of my creatures. I'm not afraid of the Rimrock Knight because I can block it with my 4/4. Okay. Do you have something to kill it with? Got a Spike Field Hazard? Okay. Well, we're going to sacrifice you and get a food. And I'm not going to attack. So next turn, so this is safe. And next turn, I can Great Henge, which makes me feel very good. Ram through, okay. It is an instant, isn't it? That's fine. You can cast it, and then I'll block, and then I'll make it indestructible. Yeah, you're kind of in a tough situation here, aren't you? Blocking the Robber Rich, because that's annoying as hell. All right. Castle Garenbrig, not bad. Would have been nicer if it was a creature that I could get my Great Henge value off of, but, you know, whatever. There we go. 2 life. No attacks, pass the turn. So, Embercleave is the scary thing right now. An Embercleave into us not drawing creatures is scary. They can make the Rimrock Knight a 4/1. But I'll be blocking. They got no cards in hand. That's not what I wanted. Gain 2 life. No attacks. Woo! Staying alive. There we go. Get a Cobra, draw a card. Get a Trail of Crumbs. Now we are good. Gaining all the life, digging through our deck. I think we are all set. Play land, make some mana, sure. You know what? I'm going to attack. I don't even have to worry about an Embercleave right now. All right. I think that land just sealed the deal for us. Yeah, I'll block. That's fine. I'm going to sacrifice it, though. Make a food. Sacrifice the food. Gain all that life. Auto pay, of course. Yeah, I want a Kazandu Mammoth. Let's play that Mammoth. All right, so I am super pumped on this deck. I did not even have to, like, I don't even know. Like, that played out real well. Waiting for the server here, but let's look at that. We got all these gems. We got all our things. I got a pack. I didn't mean to click on that. Let's open it up. Let's go to the deck tech look, and this deck is the real deal. I had heard things about the mono green mid range and standard doing well, but this is like that feels good. Not only does it feel good because it's a mono green deck and I love mono green, but the fact that a deck like this is good in standard makes me so happy. I did not have to worry about Uros. I did not have to worry about Omnaths. The games were interactive. We played against a couple different decks. The deck felt good against all of them. And I mean, just the food package in its like, and this is like its most fair use. Like Troll King comes down as like a big value thing. Wicked Wolf kills stuff. Gilded Goose is like an okay ramp spell, but together in Betrayal Crumbs, it just feels good and fair and interactive and mid-rangey, and we're playing green creatures that aren't broken. I am super pumped right now. I hadn't played Standard much even after the bannings, but playing this deck and doing well with it, yeah, I'm going to be playing some Standard. I'm going to be seeing what else is going on, but I think I might just play a bunch of this deck. Maybe actually try to grind up the ladder again for the first time in like a year. Because this feels good. It feels good against the decks I just played, which I feel like are pretty popular decks, especially the Rogue one. But yeah, mono green food mid-range, really good. Totally check it out. You probably have most of these cards if you've been playing any green-based decks for a long time, or any of the food decks, or you just drafted a lot. It's mostly Eldraine stuff with some newer stuff thrown in there, but I'm impressed. Super fun deck, super good deck, and yeah, thanks for watching.